Okay, so how long has it been since we spoke about Persona 5R? Since it was announced, or should I say since it was announced to be announced, right? It's been a while, probably about, I don't know, when was it? It was supposed to be, I think earlier this month, and before that was I think sometime last month, it was announced to be announced. And so it kind of became a running joke about, like, we'll never find out what this thing is because Atlus is gonna keep pushing it back, and I kind of like forgot about it. Like, honestly, I was like, I when I say forgot about it, I mean like it was in the back of my mind, but it was like no longer in the forefront of my mind, like me thinking, ooh, I'm curious about what's gonna happen with Persona 5R. It was more like whenever, whatever kind of mindset with regards to it. And I probably shouldn't be thinking that way, but now that I think about the fact that I have not been hyped for it, I'm so happy now that the news is out, because we just got the information for it. And when I say we just got the information, I mean it's been on my phone since about 10 a.m. today, which would have been 2 hours before I recorded this, right? So 2 hours ago, I got everyone got the email, and I was asleep. I was out cold because I was awake the night before working on something, and I was asleep. So yeah, that happens, but either way, we got information. The first thing I see when I check my emails on my phone, so I wake up, I'm having lunch, and I'm checking my emails on my phone, and I see Atlus, an email from Atlus, and then I see Q in there, like Q, and it starts like the Phantom, sort of like a preview of the email. And so I'm like, oh, Atlus sent me an email with Q in it? That's interesting. I'm Q. But then I was like, wait a minute. I'm Q, yes, but no one in the industry has my nickname. Like, no one calls me Q. Everyone either has my full name, Caduce, or they just refer to the button smashers or something. So it was kind of weird. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just open it because it's Persona probably, or whatever have you. And I open it, and it's Persona, and the Q is for question. It's not actually what I thought it was at first. But anyway, are the Phantom Thieves back 100%? Which is the answer, 100%. They're back. So here's the thing. What is Persona 5R? Persona 5R is a enhanced edition version of Persona 5 for the PlayStation 4. Now, I hope you guys understand, like, you can feel the lack of enthusiasm I have for this. And the reason for that is because of the fact that, really, I mean, an enhanced edition for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro? Really? Okay, so here's the thing, right? This is an enhanced edition, right? Let me just go, before I explain why my reaction is this, let's go over what you get in this enhanced edition, right? So just announced at the Persona Super Live P Sound Street 2019 concert in Tokyo, Persona 5 Royale expands on the extraordinary world of Persona 5, introducing a host of new characters, gameplay features, and diving deeper into the personal lives as well as the trials and tribulations of the energetic, extraordinarily stylish Phantom Thieves. Players will also get to experience an all-new third semester at Shinjuku Academy that's never been seen before. Right, so and then they dropped a trailer. It's in Japanese on the Atlus Japanese channel, and then there's a teaser on the Western channel. So that's what we have so far. Let me just lower the volume on my phone because I have it on. I forgot to mute this thing before I started recording. But anyway, that's the details that we have so far about it. So it's for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro. It's coming out. It's releasing in 2020, right? And it's still a JRPG. It's still everything that Persona 5 was. The only difference is that it's gonna be an enhanced edition of Persona 5. And it's a year away. It's not even like, okay, it's not still like, okay, it's coming out in a couple months or whatever. It's a year away and it's an enhanced edition of Persona 5. So what does that mean, basically? It means that it feels like this is the version of Persona 5 that we should have gotten, and it feels like maybe Persona 5 could have waited before it released. That's how I feel about it, because it's coming to the same platforms, right? It's not like, oh well, they're making a PC version or they're making a Switch version or something like that. It's a PlayStation 4 version, and hey, I'm not saying that I am not down for like playing the game again and all that kind of stuff. It's Persona, I'll bloody well play it again, but the thing is that the excitement that I had building up for Persona 5R you know, I was hoping there would be something new, a new experience, something more to experience in the Persona 5 universe. And when I say new experience, something new, I knew they had said it was coming to PlayStation 4, and I was not of the mindset that, oh, maybe they'll surprise us with the Switch, because I was hopeful, but I was like, that's, you know, that's a long stretch, basically. My mindset was like, oh, maybe they release a new game, you know, maybe it's a new type of Persona game for Persona 5. You know, maybe it's a different type of experience. Maybe it's a fighting game or whatever have you. But maybe it's something not the actual story of the game. You know, the actual game itself. And this is exactly that. This is the actual game itself. And, you know, looking at the gameplay, like looking at it and all that kind of stuff, it left me feeling okay. I was like, kind of like, okay, well, they're doing an enhanced edition of the game. It feels like DLC, I guess, in a way. It feels like DLC. And it shouldn't. I should be excited. I should be like, oh my god, especially for the amount of weight that they made all this, you know, giving you trailers to give you more trailers, and this, you know, oh man, it's like, it's building hype to sort of like let you down. This is basically what it feels like, because this is not what it should be. I honestly think it should be more. And the thing is that even if they did make this version of the game that it is, what would have made it better, what would have made it worth it, would be a release for another platform. Like the fact that it's on the same platforms it was on before does not excite me. Like that just doesn't feel right. It just feels like okay, you know, and no one can tell me, oh well, it couldn't run on the Switch, basically, because Persona 5 ran on the PS3, so there's no excuse to like, oh well, it can't run on the Switch. No, yes it can. It ran on the PS3. It could damn well run on the Switch. It could damn well run on the Switch if it can run on the PS3. So there's no excuse for that. The fact is that it could have been on the Switch, and I would have been excited, because then it would mean all of us who've already played Persona 5 would just get the Switch version. You know, we'd all be like, oh, okay, cool, we'll play it on Switch now, because we played it on PS4 or PS3, and now we can play it on the Switch. There are some people who are going to be like, oh, you know what, I never played the PlayStation 4 version, I played it on PS3, and so I'm going to get to play it on PS4 for the first time, and it's going to be better. And to those people, I'm not one of you. My first time playing it was the PlayStation 4, and so, yeah, that's kind of, it's the same game to me. It feels like I'm going to be getting the exact same experience, even though I'm going to get extra cutscenes, extra new characters, all that kind of stuff, yes. I still feel like I'm going into the same thing. Like, I look at it and I read the information on it and so far what they've given us, and it's the same game. It's on PlayStation 4. It's just enhanced, and it's like, you know, when those fighting game developers release like the ultimate edition of their fighting game, so they'll release the first version of their fighting game. So like, for example, Mortal Kombat 11, that's out right now. And the version of that game has like maybe about how much ever characters they have in it. I'm not sure how much there are in that game. Maybe about 24. And then by the time they're done with that series, it's probably gonna have like 30 something characters or whatever have you. So it'll add 10 or 15 more characters to the game. And then after that, they'll give it a little time, and then they'll release an Ultimate Edition. They'll be like, oh, there is an Ultimate Edition. We'll probably call it Mortal Kombat 11X. So it'll be like Mortal Kombat 11, which will be XX. IIL maybe XX, whatever. They'll do something, right? And the thing is that they'll release that version, and it will have everything that you that you would have gotten in the DLC and all that kind of stuff, and it's gonna cost way less than the even baseline original games. Because I'm telling you, like, I got Mortal Kombat XL for $4 on both PC and PlayStation 4, and I got all the characters. I was able to enjoy the game and all that kind of good stuff. Could you imagine if I bought all the DLC and everything like that over the period of time? And I'm saying I'm not even a competitive, fighting game guy. You know, could you imagine if I bought all the DLC and everything like that and had to live with that? Hell no. I'd have been pissed. I'd be like, oh, bloody hell. You know, which is why I don't buy fighting games day one. I always wait till like they're on sale and I'll pick them up. And I get a special edition version of them, the one that has all the characters and everything inside of it. Because as far as I'm concerned, why am I getting the version of the game that's inferior? Right? But I didn't expect that with JRPGs. I didn't expect that we get the inferior version and then they release a special edition after. It feels like maybe they wanted to make this version before and they didn't. They were like, okay, well, we want to get this out now so we can make the money now or whatever have you. And I'm probably overthinking this, but you know, I'm thinking maybe they did that, and then they're like, oh, well, now that we've finished the full version, let's sell it over again and make more money. And it just feels underwhelming. Like, if I were to buy this version of the game, I probably wouldn't. You know, I'd probably just say, you know what, I'm not gonna bother to buy this version of the game and stuff like that. The thing is, I'm very likely I'm gonna be reviewing this. I'm probably gonna get a copy from Atlus, and I'm gonna be doing a review of the game, and it's gonna get a great review. It's bloody well Persona. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, it's terrible because I'm playing it for the second time. No, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, this is an amazing game and it's gonna be great. It's, you know, if it's the exact same game but with extra content, then it's pretty much gonna get the exact same review I gave for Persona 5, which is a swimming review but better, you know. And so for the most part, it's gonna be an amazing game. The problem is that I've played it before. I've played most of it before, is the best way to put it. And I think that this is probably the version of the game that we were supposed to get in the first place, and I would not have mind waiting an extra year or so to get this version of the game, if you know what I mean. But that's the thing. That's basically my narrative. That's basically the thing that I got away from the trailer. So I took away from the trailer and the information and the you know, the announcement and everything like that. That's what I got out of it. I'm sure a lot of you didn't get that. I'm sure a lot of you are just like, hype, must have it. I'm just not one of you. I'm just not feeling the hype for it. I wanted the Switch version. Even though I did make a video where I said I didn't think we'll get the Switch version, I wanted it still. And I think I said that in the video. I said, even though I think we're not gonna get the Switch version, I wanted the Switch version. And it is what it is. It's basically Persona 4 Golden. It's like if we got Persona 4 on the Vita and then got Persona 4 Golden on the Vita right after, like, it would be like, really? It's been 2 years, you know, like why? I mean, Sony have their new console coming out, you know, it'll probably be out in like, you know, a year or two, because this is coming out in 2020. This is not even coming out this year. It's coming out 2020. Like, I'm like why? There's a huge why for this. There's no, oh yeah, there's a huge why. Like, it's why Atlus? Why are you doing this? Why are we getting this version of the game now, when it could, especially for the platforms that it's coming to? If it were other platforms, then I could see it. And why is it only on PlayStation? Why can't we get Persona 5, you know, the mainline Persona series on other platforms? You know, I would love to have Persona 2, Persona 3, Persona 4, and now Persona 5 on like PC. Come on, Atlus, make it happen. Make all the Persona games on Steam. I'll take them. You guys have released Catherine on all platforms. Do it for, you know, do it for Persona. Give us everything. Give us the whole Persona works. I need that in my life, because this announcement ain't for me. But anyway, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the announcement? Are you guys interested in the game? Are you gonna play it again? Were you one of the people who got it before and are gonna play it again? You know, did you get it on the PlayStation 4? Did you get it on the PS3? What version did you play? All these sort of beautiful stuff. Let me know in the comment section below, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and I will see you guys in the next one.